All right, welcome to the monthly live stream for May 2021. Very happy to be here. It's quite a relaxing time when I do these, so hopefully we have pretty good turnout today right now, but that's probably because of lag or something. So yeah, I'll wait like a few seconds before I introduce what I'm gonna do, but I think I want to enable slow mode for this stream so that I can follow the comments a little better. Let's see, toggle. Not sure how to do that though. Has no one commented? Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. I have to do let's see. Does anyone know how to do slow mode? Should have done this before. Whatever. It's not the end of the world if I can't do it, but okay, we have 21 people. That's cool. So what's up, everyone? Pauline, Jorge, Cubing Wizard, Adam, Felipe. Yeah, Danny. It's a nice shirt, but can't say I'm a fan of the Red Sox. So basically what I'm going to do today, I have it written down. I wanted to make these live streams a bit more segmented. So I kind of thought like I want to keep the 30-minute time frame, but I also want to, maybe section it a little more engagingly. That's not even a word, but I think you get what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'll have like one section of Q&A, then I'll do a giveaway, then I'll do another section of Q&A, then a giveaway, and then a final section of Q&A. Work is I'm going to like propose like a form of questions that I want, and that'll promote like more discussion kind of. And then the giveaways will be like trivia, cubing trivia, and I'll be giving away like $10 gift cards to TheCubicle. So I think it'll be pretty fun. I'm excited to try it out. If this goes a little over 30 minutes, not the end of the world. It's the first time, probably going to leave a bit more room for error, all right, let's see what people are saying. Yeah, Dario, I finished pretty well. All right, so let's see. We've got 34 people. That's pretty good. So if you guys are able to, I'd like you to stay through the live stream because you can't participate in the Q&As if you leave. So trying to increase engagement, it'll be a good time. So the first section of Q&A I wanted to do was essentially questions in the form of like, how do you? So like, for example, how do you first pair or something like that. So if you guys have questions in that form, like how do you blank, I'd like to start with that. I think that'll be pretty good. Yeah. And if you don't, like, you can just ask whatever you want. But I think that'll keep it a little more organized and a little more focused. So that we're not like all over the place and repeating questions. Okay, so yeah, Cubing Wizard. How do you predict first pair? This one, wait, he removed it. I don't know. I'll still answer it. So first pair, really what you want to do is, okay, so basically you start off, what I started off with easy scrambles, so like easy cross. That's actually a scramble type on CS Timer. So once you're able to plan your first pair with like 2 or 3 move crosses, then you'll sort of have an intuition for how pieces are affected by certain moves. And really what cross is just a combination of triggers. So you might have like a trigger and then like a short solution to finish. So really it's quite easy once you're able to do like really easy crosses just to build off move by move. Because I think really like what you should start to find is that it's easier that are directly in front of you and pairs that are like on faces that really aren't affected by your cross solution. So let's say my cross is like all RFD. I'll probably be looking somewhere on the back left side for my first pair. It's really easy to track back there. There's really no piece movement there. So it's just like finding tricks like that. That's what I found useful over time. Okay, how do you plan second or third pair in under 15? Leo, I'm not that great at that. I think you should probably consult Timon or Felix, somebody with really good planning. But I'd say building off of like predicting first pair, really it's hard to get a full idea of where the pieces are going to end up after you plan like 10 or 15 moves in advance. Really, you just need to have a general idea of where they are. You should know the case, but you don't really need to know like the U layer adjustment or whatever. That should be something you can recognize as you go during first pair. So I think it's really more of like a general sense where these pieces going to be, and then you can like transition really easily. Okay, Gummy Bear, how do you spam LL algs? I mean, I guess, are you asking like endurance wise, or I think you mean like TPS and LL. So I guess when I'm turning a cube casually, usually I'm going to be doing movements, like just random movements in any direction. So I might turn like this for 20 minutes, like obviously on and off. But I think what that really helps with is turning accuracy and endurance. And solving and you're doing dedicated algorithms, you should be able to like fully engage muscle memory without much inaccuracies. And I think that really boosts TPS, because the idea is once you're really good at turning on random moves, you should be excellent at moves that you know you're going to do. But also, I think like turning speed isn't always something you can I like really fast turning speed. Some people can develop that, but you can help yourself by doing certain exercises. Okay, so I guess when did I start? Started at 6:35. Okay, in like 5 minutes, I'll do the first giveaway. That's again a $10 gift card to TheCubicle. So don't leave. 5 minutes. All right, let's see. How did you get? Sorry if I miss your comment. I have to go back and forth. Okay, how did you get good at two-side OLO and PLO recognition? Kevin, I never really practiced that. There is a really good tool on which is Felix's site. They have one where you can practice with a keyboard. I think that's for PLO, not OLO. But maybe even like JPerm or someone has a tool for two-sided OLO. Actually, wait, two-sided OLO doesn't make sense. You should be able to deduce the case a lot easier than PLO because you can see the shape on top. So I think OLO you shouldn't struggle with, but for PLO, definitely use the CubeSkills site. How do you keep up your look ahead with insane TPS? Nanad, as I've said before, look ahead's more about being able to execute what you're doing at the moment without like having to think about it. So when I'm turning it at a fast speed, I'm really not paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm really just trying to transition into the next pair, and that's what I'm thinking about as I turn. So really, I might have a little less reaction time to transition, but the same principle applies to any turning speed. You should be able to have a decent time to look ahead to your next step. And still, I have pretty significant pauses relative to like other top speed cubers, but that's the idea. Okay, maybe like one or two more questions, and then we'll do the giveaway. 30 people, come on. Okay, Dalton, mundane question. What's your advice for someone who's stuck averaging 10 on 3x3 and trying to get down to sub 10? So I guess really at that speed, I think a lot of people really struggle with. Well, first of all, most people don't plan first pair. That's something that you can work on if you want to. It's not necessary. But I think also the bigger issues generally are last layer. A lot of people use algorithms that aren't necessarily the best. So I would go through all of your OLLs and PLLs and optimize the ones that aren't the best cases or whatever. And also learn like PLLs from multiple angles. You really just need to refine your last layer algorithms as you get closer to like 7-8 seconds. And then also you should be two pairs without really thinking. What I mean is at any point during F2L, you should know exactly how to do your next two pairs. And that's something you can like practice by blindfolding yourself and just doing the pairs. I don't really have more like constructive advice without seeing your solves, but I think that's like usually what I notice. Okay, we'll do the first giveaway. Okay, so I came up with this question. So trivia question, and it's going to require the use of a computer, most likely. No coding or anything, but so here's the question. What is the mean of all my 3x3 WCA 3x3 PB averages minus the mean of all my 2x2 WCA PB averages? So basically, like, you should be subtracting what's in orange, or you should be finding the means of what's in orange and then subtracting. So let me type out that question just in case you didn't get it. And once you have the answer, don't enter it in the chat. Send me a message on Instagram because then I'll be able to message you the discount code. So whoever, or not the discount code, the gift card code. So whoever messages the lucascube on Instagram first with the right answer will get the gift card. So let me type this out. Wait, did I put a space? Nah, okay. Yeah, I'll be checking. I'll be checking my messenger requests. Okay. Yeah, mean is just like standard average, so sum of everything over how many. Didn't want to make it too confusing. Like, it's not cubing average or whatever, just standard mean. I'm not really sure how long this will take. This one's a little longer than the second question, but I think people should be able to get it pretty easily. It just takes a bit of work. Oh, Brian's son's in the chat. What's up, Brian? Has anyone sent anything yet? I don't think so. We've actually lost viewers, but it's okay. Somebody will get it. Yo, what's up, Mikol? And I might as well mention this now, but I think I'll bring on some guests in the future. That's what I want to do. So I'll probably have to arrange that through OBS, which is kind of a pain, but it's okay. Should be pretty fun. You guys don't have to listen to me as much. Okay. I still don't have any messages, which is kind of weird. Oh, I got a message. Okay. Let me check the answer. I believe someone got it. Wait. Not quite. I'll try to reply to all of you. Let's see. Okay. I don't think anyone has gotten it so far. We have someone who's close, but let's see. Okay, I got a new message. This is so weird. It won't sort by new. Let's see. Actually, yeah, it will. If nobody gets it, I'll just give it to the closest person. But okay, like 2 or 3 more minutes, and then I'll move on. Nah, nobody's gotten it yet. A lot of people are doing 472, and that's definitely not the answer. I wouldn't make it that easy. So again, like what you're doing is you take the mean of all of the orange in the right column on my profile for 3x3, and then subtract the mean of all the orange column for 2x2. All right, 1 more minute, and then I'm just going to give it to the closest person. Man, I'm surprised nobody got it. That's kind of stupid, but let's see. All right, it's 6:55. I'll move on. Yeah, so just submit even if you're going to do a guess, like just submit that now if you want a chance. I doubt anyone will get it though. Let's see. All right, so the answer is actually, let me send the code to the person, and then I'll tell you the answer because I don't want people being like, oh, I got it. So, okay. All right, so Leo won, and the answer is 7.85. I have all the times in like an Excel sheet, so I'm almost positive that, right, nobody got 785, at least when I did the cutoff. Sorry if for some reason you thought you won. Sorry, I can't reverse it now. But oh, somebody said single, or did single. That sucks. But yeah, there's another opportunity for the next giveaway. So no worries there. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Hey, me calling Kieran. Yeah, let's play Minecraft. That would be pretty cool. Oh, CFOP. That's unfortunate. Pretty close. Okay, so the next section I wanted to do, or like next type of questions, is what are my thoughts on blank? So if you can ask like, what are my thoughts on this is a GTS2. What are my thoughts on the GTS2? Something like that. That'll be the next section. Kind of wondering if I should do these streams at like 9 a.m. or something. I think that's when most of my Asian viewership is available. So yeah, I might do that to get more diverse viewership. What are your thoughts on the Worm 2020? I think I've answered this before, but the Worm 2020 is a good cube, but it definitely isn't my main. I think the cube is it's a little too, it's not tactile enough for me. It's quite a bit smoother, a little less, smoother and less bumpy than the Worm 2019. It's quite a bit more rigid. The shades are a little duller, and the corner cutting isn't quite as good. It sounds like I don't like the cube at all, but it's actually more of the modern type of speed cube, faster, snappier. But that, for some reason, that doesn't suit my style very well. But if you really enjoy fast cubes and like more of a smooth feeling, then the Worm 2020 is good. Thoughts on the MGC4? I haven't tried that cube. I really haven't tried many cubes because of COVID. But I think it's a good cube. I know Timon used it for quite a while. I don't know if he still does. But it seems like outside of that cube, Moyu has the 4x4 industry pretty much locked up. But yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. Brian. Wait, that's not a question. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Angstrom cubes versus ProShop cubes? That's a good question. I'll answer that 1 second. Yeah, so Angstrom cubes seem to be quite a bit more popular than ProShop cubes for whatever reason. Actually, I'm in the minority. I prefer ProShop cubes because I think they're lubricated a little bit better, at least for my liking. They're typically more gummy, more conservatively lubed, if that makes sense, like more traditional lubes like Traxxas. I think the feel just resonates with me a little more. All of my Angstrom cube kind of dry, and I don't really like that feeling too much. A lot of people like dry and fast, but that doesn't work too well for me. So yeah, that's why I generally prefer ProShop, especially for the Worm 2019. Like, I don't really. I think the Angstrom Worm is pretty good, but I definitely prefer the ProShop, and the longevity generally is greater for the um, ProShop versions. So yeah, once again, we've got 42 people, so that's pretty good, guys. In like 5 minutes, we'll be second giveaway. So please stay in, don't leave. Okay. Um, um, what are your thoughts on the Thing? So this is the Thing. I actually haven't touched it since my last video. I haven't cubed too much. The Thing is really, I don't think it's released yet, so I'm not going to say too much. It is a good cube. I think, the feature definitely makes it a lot more adaptable to people of different turning styles. I thought the cube was just going to be like a lot more flexible, but it turns out you can kind of adapt that. So I think the Thing, it will be a pretty good product. It's just, for me, as like a super accurate turner, it just doesn't fit my style too well. But for people who struggle with turning accuracy, I think the Thing is going to be, pretty useful. And that's all I'll say, because I don't think it's released yet. Thoughts on face turning Octahedron? I I thought it was like, what do you call it, like a fad or a gimmick, but apparently people are still like solving it pretty consistently, practicing it quite a bit. So maybe it'll become an event. I'm not sure. I've never solved one before. Really haven't been motivated to, because the hardware was so bad in the past. But maybe I'll try it out in the future, or if like somebody sends me one. Okay. What? Okay, like one more question, and then we'll do the second giveaway. Okay. All right, I'll just do like a random question. Which event would you add remove from the WCA? I think this one's a pretty easy answer. I personally don't like clock too much. I don't think it fits the style of, or whatever. It's not like uniform with the other events. It's like clearly out there. It's not really a puzzle you can turn. So I think for that reason, like, it would make the most sense to be eliminated. I don't want to offend anyone, but that's kind of my thoughts. And then as far as like what I would add, I think in the past people have been enamored with like events that are super, you can do super quickly, like Scube. But I've heard from a lot of the top Scubers that at a certain point, like, this becomes building a layer than doing an alg. And I don't think that's like, it might be good for, introductory cubers to do, like those shorter events, and definitely easier to implement. But I think the next event the WCA ad should be maybe a little longer, maybe more, I don't know what to call it, like intellectually stimulating or challenging. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't have a particular event in mind. A lot of people say FTO, but again, like, I wouldn't understand the hype with that since I've never solved it. But I think, that can turn and is a little more challenging, that could be cool. And then like 6-blind or something, I think doing like building off a current event, like a variation of a current event, like 2-blind or 6-blind or 4x4 multi-blind. That's, I don't know. I don't know about those. I again, I'm not like super experienced in those areas, but I think it would be cooler to maybe branch off to a new area. But I don't think that's super practical. It would just be cool to see. Okay. And then let's do the second giveaway now. So, all right, let me pull up the question. And once again, let me type out the instructions before I ask. So, message. Okay. So yeah, message me on Instagram at TheCubicle. Okay. So this one's pretty funny. It's kind of weird. Let me type it out. So let me type it out first and then I'll say it. Okay. So what did I say at a minute 36 of my 26 most popular video on this channel? And then there's the question. Okay. I know it's a little out there, but I tried to think of something super obscure. Ethan said the Clippers lost game 1. Yeah, that's pretty pretty good games today. I wasn't able to catch that one, but that's pretty cool. Luca's definitely a baller. Okay. All right, I'll be checking my messages. Yeah, so once again, what did I say at a minute 36 of my 26th most popular video? I think if you just joined, I'm not sure if you can view the chat history. I think you can, so that's not too big of an issue. Haha, somebody got it. All right. I'll message him the code and then I'll tell you guys. Give me a sec. All right, so the winner was James McDiarmid, I think. Yeah. So congrats to him. What I said at 136. Actually, let me tell you the video first. So what you can do is you can sort my videos by views, and then you can just like count to 26. And the video is 1.172 2x2 average of 5. It's a really obnoxious title, but and what I said at 136, that was when I finished the average. I was like, yes, 117.2 average. So yeah, that's what I said. Here's the video if you want to watch it. But yeah, and that's all the giveaways. So hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully I can do more in the future. And again, thanks to TheCubicle for providing me with the gift cards. That's really cool. But yeah, that's it for the giveaways. I guess I'll just finish off with a last second of Q&A. So I guess the last thing I wanted to do was like questions in the form of why do you or why did you blank? So like why did you choose to be not color neutral? I don't know, stuff like that. So like why did you blank? Or why do you blank? And yeah, that's how we'll finish up. And again, like if you have any final questions, you can ask those as well. Like it's it's not set in stone. I just try to like not have repeated questions or whatever. Okay, yeah. So Esteban said, "What do you study?" I go to school for math, math major, and then I have minors in computer science and statistics. Okay. Yeah, I guess people don't really have questions in that form. It's all right though. Still plenty to answer. Can you solve on yellow or really just white? Yeah, I can solve on yellow. Again, like I think I've answered this in the past. A lot of people think I am unable to solve on other cross colors, and that's not really true. I think anyone like at the top, because we can plan so well and like look ahead so well, we can solve pretty close to our normal average on other cross colors. For me, I average like low 7 on yellow, and I'd say around 8 on the remaining cross colors. So yeah, I think like I average probably half a second slower on yellow. So I haven't really like studied this too closely, but I think on easy scrambles it might be beneficial for me to do yellow, but I haven't done like an in-depth analysis. But yeah, I think in general a lot of people in my situation can solve pretty easily on other cross colors. But when you're at the top, like half a second is a huge difference. So, okay. I guess nobody's doing why questions. That's all right. Do you do any sports? Caden? No, I don't. I mean, like competitively, no. I used to play baseball, but I do like a lot of shooting basketballs. I really enjoy like, I have a goal outside and I like shooting threes and stuff. And then otherwise, like I'm a pretty good pitcher, but I don't have the chance to practice that too much since you can't really do a one-way pitch, or else you'll hit something. Okay. Messi, do you know when the thing is coming out? No, I don't. I thought it would come out this month, but I don't know if that is correct at this point. Do I play chess? No, I don't. Why don't you branch out to other side events? Okay, thanks, Roy. So, I mean, at this point, like, I'm at a stage in my cubing career where I can't really dedicate or don't have the motivation to dedicate too much time to practicing. So the time that I do have, I spend it on 3x3, 4x4, 2x2 when I'm good at. I think if I were to pick up like Pyraminx or something, I could get decent, maybe like low 3 or something without too much effort. But that's just not something I'm interested in. It really doesn't benefit me at this point. So yeah, that's really why I stick with the smaller N by N events. All right, let's see. Just a few more questions, and then I'll call it a stream. Okay. Sorry, Lucas, but I'm a Westbrook fan, so Wizards in 7. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not going to comment too much on that, but we'll see. Have you thought about streaming on Twitch, Claudia? I mean, a little bit, yeah. I think I've considered it at some point, but really, Twitch streaming is more for people who, at least in my opinion, practice quite a bit. I think that's what most cubing streams are. And I don't know. I might do it at some point, but that's not something that I do on a regular basis. Anthony, the Bucks won their game. Yeah, that was a good game. That was actually a really, really cool game. I watched the majority. Do I play video games? Yeah, I play a bit of 2K. Okay, just a couple more. What's your biggest tip on cubing that makes you improve faster? So I think with cubing, a lot of people, especially like beginning solvers, get stuck into bad habits. So I think, having an awareness of what you're doing not so well and what you're doing well, that's really helpful, because you'll be able to learn from your mistakes, build off of those. So I think just having good self-awareness is probably the thing that most people who improve quickly share. But like, that's not really concrete, that's pretty abstract. But I think just be more cognizant of what you're potentially doing wrong. And that's why a lot of people consult like cubing coaches, because you might have a hard time identifying what you're doing wrong. But just staying open-minded and always trying to learn new things. That's the best approach you can take. And okay, last one. Why do you think cubing is more popular to the younger generations? Well, first and foremost, cubing is a hobby that requires a lot of practice and dedication. I think at this point, we're seeing that you pretty much have to cube majority of your free time if you want to be world class. And people who are younger have more free time. So I think that's the initial draw to younger cubers. Second of all, like, just the fact that there's so many young people in the community, I think that really builds off of itself, because you'll know more, or you'll probably have friends who solve cubes, or you'll know people who solve cubes that are around your age. So I don't think there's much incentive for like people my age, like 20 and above. Well, I'm not 20, but you get the point, to start cubing, because you can't really relate to younger kids. Yeah, Anthony, I don't know about that. I don't buy that. But yeah, so I guess that's it for the stream. Thank you guys for coming out. Again, thank you to TheCubicle. Really appreciate the giveaways that I was able to do because of them. So hopefully next time I'll have like a guest or something for June. But yeah, that's about it. I think I'll have a video in a couple weeks, so look forward to that. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for coming, and see ya.